Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Nice.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Cobb. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Auburn lines up quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Brown will throw it. Floating away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers are marching down the field.
Sometimes you just got to give credit. Like, we had it covered. We knew it was a pass. Everything covered underneath, but the quarterback does such a good job of making that second play something special, pulling it down, getting the first down pretty easy.
Still running at the 40. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. False start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clear. He gets a hand on it. And they scoop it up.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
The LSU Tigers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Harlan Berry. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. Running inside. It's Berry. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Could be an alley. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Berry. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Here's a heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. It's Levin. Here comes the heat. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch in the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Running it to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Cobb.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Brown wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. A pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Knocked off his feet. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Jumped on top of the pile. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Forced out of the pocket. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He's going to fire to the left. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Makes a move. Oh, he got loose. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Turning it on. Makes a pass to Marker. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Watkins. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To throw, it's Levitt. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So here comes the Auburn offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Auburn lines up quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They booted away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Pucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks away on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. They've got a third down and manageable from right around midfield. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. With the catch, it's Eccles. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Brown will throw it. Might be looking to run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Receiver in his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Caught over the middle. It's Barry. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Watkins. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw it again. They're working that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Gain of 17 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it's the Red Raiders with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. And now to your game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running inside. It's Cobb. Plows through the defense. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start might prove to be really costly, as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The Tigers want to move quickly. Brown wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Here on the Tigers sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Berry. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push. Running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's not going to have enough for the first down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
He has 89 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Running the red zone, it's Berry. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Takes a handoff. It's Cobb. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Brown will throw it. Completes it in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Makes the catch at the 20. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Berry. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Berry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Durham one more time.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Berry. LSU will get a 1st down.
And we saw the tape coming into this football game, and we knew he was kind of hot, right? Like, he had over 100 yards rushing last week, now over 100 again in a rivalry game. It feels like deja vu. And this defense has got to be like, man, not again. Like, getting beat up again in a big-time matchup with all the adrenaline, all the attention. A lot of disappointment on that defensive side.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Give to the running back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Ball's on the 16, and they need 6 on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Brown wants to pass. Fakes the grab. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hard running, just shedding tackles. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Run in the red zone, it's Cobb. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Oh, and they blocked it. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. To the air, it's Levitt. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Durham. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Pulls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Brown will throw it. Flips it out in the flat.
Well, and here's the problem.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down and still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw again. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On 1st down from their own 22. Might be changing the route. On 1st down, it's Durham again. Makes it past the marker. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Dances away.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Picks up the 1st down. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Brown wants to pass. He's got him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Tigers. He got it. Beat down in bounds.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Durham. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to Caden Durham. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're